I think the transition from autumn to winter is one of the most beautiful times of the year. You only realize how gentle autumn really is when you start noticing the signs of winter arriving. The cooler air, the quieter mornings, the way the colors soften instead of just fading all at once.
Hi. So, I basically made this very impromptu plan yesterday to just go out and enjoy the sun because the last few days I've just been cooped up in my room.
The temperatures feel just right during this time. Cold enough to make you crave something warm and comforting, but not cold enough to push you indoors. It's the kind of weather that invites you to step outside and stay there a little longer.
So, I've started with the Dragon Park. Obviously, I feel like I've become the brand ambassador of Dragon Park at this point, the way I keep mentioning it in my stories and stuff. But it's just so pretty, like this is literally my most favorite spot in this entire town. Like, I don't think I'll ever fall in love with any place in Durham more than the Dragon Park. It's just so perfect.
The sun feels different on days like this. Softer, warmer somehow, as if it's making an extra effort to reach you. I found myself pausing just to feel it on my face, grateful for the way it cuts through the chill.
So as I was walking, I didn't realize, but this is all frost. Like, if you can see the white parts, that's all frost because yesterday night we had this like wintry mix that precipitated. So this is like a part of that. So it's actual frost.
Walking through the grass, everything felt fresh and alive. The ground still holding onto the morning, the air carrying that unmistakable scent of damp earth and leaves. It's grounding in a way that's hard to describe, like the world is quietly reminding you to slow down. Nature feels closer during this season. The trees, the fields, the river, everything seems to exist in a softer rhythm, unhurried and calm.
Wow, never thought I'd say this, but the sun does feel really good. Like, I was someone who just hated summer, hated the sun in every possible sense, but it actually does feel good.
It's the kind of season that makes you notice the small things you'd otherwise rush past. I didn't feel the need to do much today. Just walking, sitting, eating, reading, letting the hours unfold naturally. Some days don't ask for productivity, they just ask for presence. And this was one such days. There's a quiet comfort in spending time alone outside. Not loneliness, just a sense of being gently accompanied by the world around you. The kind of solitude that feels full rather than empty. This time of the year feels like a gentle in between. Not quite letting go of warmth, not fully welcoming the cold. Just a quiet pause before everything changes. I've been learning that slowness doesn't mean doing less. It means noticing more. Noticing the way the light shifts, the sounds that usually fade into the background, the quiet moments in between. Today felt like an invitation to pay attention, to move without urgency and let the day unfold at its own pace. I didn't check the time much today. I didn't need to. The hours seemed to carry themselves gently, and all I had to do was follow along. I saw a few apple trees in the garden, their branches heavy and unbothered, as if they had all the time in the world. They stood there patiently offering their fruit without asking for attention. Little reminders that some things ripen slowly, exactly when they're meant to.
That was honestly probably the most 2-3 peaceful hours I've had in a very long time. The plan is to go through Pila Woods. There's this thing called Pila Woods. I've been using that path like every day almost, and I didn't know it had a name called Pila Woods. now that I know. I'm gonna call it that. So I'm gonna go through Pila Woods. There's this very pretty bridge and stuff which I need to cross. And from there, I'm planning to go all the way up to the cathedral, because on the way there's a small bench which I've always seen. I've always wanted to sit there and just spend some time, but I've never gotten the chance to. So I'm gonna do that today.
The paths felt familiar and new all at once, each step steady, unhurried, like the day wasn't asking to be documented, only remembered. Birds seemed closer today, gathered on the ground rather than hidden in the trees. Dogs were out on their walks, stopping to observe everything with a kind of simple joy. The path ahead was covered in fallen leaves, trees arching over it to form a gentle canopy above. Light filtered through it in soft fragments, and birds lingered along the branches, moving carefully between the leaves. It felt like walking through a small hidden world, sheltered and entirely at ease.
So after the Dragon Park route, this one probably has to be my second most favorite thing to walk on in Durham. Like, it's this whole woods situation, and there are like so many trails. Honestly, one day my friend and I, we did not take this route. We just randomly started walking on some trail that we found, and we realized that it's all interconnected, kind of. So irrespective of which trail you take, you still end up on that main road. So it's very safe, like you will never get lost. For example, that's where I came from. This is the route I usually take. There's another one there which my friend and I explored the other day, and there's also this. So yeah, and I'm very sure all of them literally lead to the same place, because it all goes through the river. Like, there's a river there. Don't know why it's not focusing properly, but that's the river. So technically, wherever you go, however you go, you'll end up at the river, and you can just find your way back. It's also very cool because you actually get to walk on stuff like this.
There's something undeniably magical about walking along a path beside a river. Trees line the way, their branches reaching out as if to guide you forward, and birdsong fills the air in the most effortless ways. It feels almost unreal, like stepping into another dimension, where time moves differently and the world softens around you. Visiting the cathedral, the Durham Cathedral, felt like the perfect choice on a day like this. After hours of walking through trees and along the river, it felt natural to step into a place that carries centuries of quiet history. From the outside, the stone stands strong and steady, watching over the city with a calm presence. Inside, the light filters gently through the windows, echoing softly off the arches and high ceilings. The space feels vast yet comforting, and for a moment, it's easy to let go of everything else and simply just be there. Some little details make it feel even more magical. Knowing that parts of it were used as a filming location for Harry Potter, and the little shop tucked inside is filled with actual Harry Potter merch and beautiful keepsakes that carry a quiet charm of their own.
So I just came out of the cathedral, and I've like seen the cathedral from outside many times, like almost thrice a week at this point, because every time I come up to the castle, I obviously see the cathedral. But no matter how many times I see, I don't think I'll ever be able to understand how it looks so stunning all the time. It's like every time I see it, I'm just amazed at how beautiful it looks. So now I'm walking along the river. I started from the cathedral, and my plan is to walk this entire route, which ends at a bridge. And at the foot of the bridge, there are like a lot of swans and ducks, which I usually feed. So I bought a packet of bread, and yeah. So the plan is to just walk along this very beautiful path, as you can see. It's very pretty, and go feed the ducks and swans. They're very cute and they're so friendly, especially the swans. Like, they literally take food from your hand once they become comfortable with you.
The light changed slowly as the hours passed, stretching longer shadows and softening the edges of everything. The air grew cooler, carrying the faint scent of the earth settling after a day of sun, and the world seemed to pause, holding its breath for a moment. The river reflected the fading light, the trees whispered softly with the wind. It felt like the day was exhaling, preparing to slip quietly into the evening. As the sun began to set, I wanted to end my day with a quiet walk through the market, wandering between the little shops and bookstores. The smell of old pages and fresh paper lingered in the air, and I found myself drawn to the shelves, running my fingers over the spines, imagining the stories waiting inside. Each one a small world I could step into.
So I was on my way home when I just wanted to stop at Dragon Park and see the sunset. This is the sunset. This place just never disappoints. Oh god. And yeah, I have a hot chocolate to keep me company.
And with that, the day quietly left its mark on me, and somehow it felt a little more alive than the other days.